back to Gospel 360 on HITSONGZTv, and I have JHERI Blake right here in the studio with me. Welcome, bro. How are you today?
What's up? How you doing? I'm good.
Longest time, bro. What's happening?
Fine, so many things. You know.
How's the ministry?
Oh, bless God.
So that's everything?
Fine.
Okay, we're happy to have you right here in the studio with us.
I'm honored.
It's a pleasure to see you once again, and it's been long. So this morning we're talking about your project which you have running right now. But before now, you've been running the project for a very long time. And you know, when I came across you, I saw the project, the assignment. Yeah. So can you quickly tell us who JHERI Blake is, your background, and how you started your ministry? Okay. Then you can go into the assignment.
Okay. All right. My name is JHERI Blake. Like you said, I'm an OAP and also a TV producer. I'm also a gospel artist, and I've been doing this for quite a number of time. Let's just say about 17 years now. Wow. You understand? So, and I've worked with quite a number of gospel artists. So at the moment, I think some couple of months ago, we started July 23rd. I released my first album. That was in March. It was titled Assignment Begins. Then in July, we decided to go for the tour. Okay. And the concept was to take it around churches first. Then, of course, when I move it to campuses. You understand? And we went on that for like 8 weeks. 8 weeks. So one of the challenges we just had was with the school, because ASU was on strike, you know, the strike situation in the country. And so we rounded it up about 2 weeks ago. Okay. Yeah.
So what really inspired you to do gospel music?
Well, a lot of people they tend to you know, say that they are called to do gospel music. Some people will just they saw somebody doing it and they feel they could do it.
So growing up and deciding to do music, was there any encouragement, like from your family? Like you said, you grew up in a Muslim home. Did you have issues with maybe your dad, your uncles trying to question you and some stuffs, to say why you doing gospel, why you not turn into being a Christian and all that? Were there stuff like that?
Okay, yeah, I had some challenges with my dad. Actually, my dad is still a Muslim till now. My dad was not in support of my music. He was not even in support of me doing music.
So if not for music, what else would you have done?
Wow, if not for music, I think I would have been an artist. That's sketch.
Wow,
artist.
That's good.
Yeah, I got that skill.
Are you into full-time music, or it's a part-time thing and you have something?
Well, it's a full-time for me. About let's just say I was working with a firm before. Then I was doing it, then doing the music and also doing my comparing, job and all of that. Not until I left the firm, and at the moment is a full-time work for me.
Wow, that's amazing. You spoke about your album.
Yeah.
So will you say you've touched lives? Now I'm talking about financially. Yeah. And would you say you've made back your input into the album, after releasing it? Because I know most gospel artists don't really make back returns after dropping their albums. Unlike several artists that have endorsements and they go for shows. So how would you rate the returns on your album?
Okay. Most times when you are not yet known all over the world, I use the word all over the world because some people, are just, blessed that if their debut album, they've been known all over. So what they tend to make a lot of money and all of that. But in the gospel scene, it's quite different because the genre or the kind of music we do, the world is gradually accepting it.
Okay, well, that's amazing. Yeah. So now I love asking this question everywhere I go. What role does money play in gospel music and ministry? Now, before you answer that, how do you deal with going out for events when you're being invited? Okay. How you manage your band, because I know you have a band.
Yeah.
How you manage your band, how you manage the tea fair and all that. And most times, I know you get disappointments after fixing and arranging with the pastor or the person in charge.
God helps us that you know, we just try our best in our own little way. Understand? And also, I have a very loving wife that believes in what I do. You understand? So she also supports in a very huge way that there's no better person except God that can do that.
Wow, that's amazing. So how do you relax? I know you're a very busy person.
Yeah.
So do you do sports or you do movies? Because I know a whole lot of guys that go to viewing centers and all that.
Okay. My relaxation is just 3 ways. Yeah, not just music, because music is a job, sort of. So my form of relaxation, I love seeing movies. I may not necessarily go to the cinemas or any other place, but I just I download movies online and I relax, I chill. Then I also love traveling. You understand? When I travel, it's a form of relaxation to me, even if I have to perform wherever I'm going to. But the fact that I'm leaving the shores of Lagos, you know,
the traffic,
you know, it's a form of relaxation for me.
What's your dream project? And let me give you 2 questions. What's your dream project? Okay. And which Nigerian gospel artist would you love to have in any of your songs or any of your album? And the third one, let me give you another question.
Okay.
Which Nigerian gospel artist do you think is the man of the moment or the woman of the moment that's really, you know, inspiring young artists who are coming up?
Okay, I would say that the artist of the moment right now that is inspiring a lot of people and is all over the place, I think is Frank Edwards. You know, Frank came from a humble background. You understand? You see this TBT, they do throwback pictures and for Thursday and all of that. I saw a picture of him, he looked hungry. You understand? But the truth of the matter is that he was consistent with the music. You understand? Even after, you know, he started being known, it got to a point that he said in his short video clip, he said that he was even denied visa in the U.S. Embassy and all that. But God brought Don Moen into his life, and he was given, and he's all over the place. He now runs a record label with Don Moen.
What's your favorite genre of music?
My favorite genre of music is gradually being accepted in the country. That's rock.
Okay, now there's something I've noticed about you. Yeah. I don't really see you with ties and suits. Okay. Now I think your dressing is one of the things that, you know, that makes your ministry you know, acceptable. Yeah. In places like schools, streets, and churches. And I'm sure most times people will see you and they won't know you're the one that's going to minister. Of course.
The thing is, it's even my wife that likes to make me, you know, want to dress corporate sometimes. You understand? I am not a fan of it. The calling I have, the ministry I have is to connect with the streets, connect with the common person. You understand? That's why we run a gospel club in Festac Town called Street G. You understand? So though we hold it in a bar in Rockview Hotel, then sometimes we take it also to the streets and all of that. And so for you to connect with students, connect with people on the street, you can't be wearing suits. You understand? You wear suits, you want to connect with them and all of that. They tend to see it as, oh, they don't come with this, their church thing again. You understand? But when you try to blend in with them, you see me wear rugged jeans, torn jeans, and my hair is like this, and I'm putting on with big goggle, and I'm talking to you about Jesus. You know, you want to know that Jesus, man. See, Jesus will be funky.
So do you have any embarrassing moment? And the second one is, what advice will you give to the upcoming artists out there?
Okay, all right. But one of my embarrassing moments, I think that is even the worst one I've had rather. That was on stage. You know, and I was singing with my colleagues, and we've gotten the key, you understand? So, and I entered the song, and they just entered another key. So it looks, of course, it's obvious that it was an off key. So we ended it again, we started it again. They still went back to that same former key, and it's the old key. They were not on my key. It was an off key. It was so glaring, and it was that's one of my worst moments. In fact, I kept dreaming about it for a couple of weeks, you know. So then lastly, my advice to upcoming artists is that two things. Number one, you have to know if you are called to do gospel music. You understand? Somebody said something not too long ago. He said, not everybody has to sing. One day, one time, or one person, just take one person that God will just send that will take you to the next level. All right.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, it was a nice time right here on Gospel 360 with your boy Danzor on HITSONGZTv. Yeah, don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms. And join us same time, same station next week. God bless you.